I've been involved with Amnesty for a long time now, and I find it rewarding to give to an organization that is so dedicated to the idea of all rights for all people. The postcard that we got in the mail said, "Do you ever think it was possible to change the world in 3 days?" Well, I do.
This is the real Lower Ninth Ward. This is the real area. This is what you don't see on TV.
One of the lessons that was very clear from what happened after Katrina and Rita was the inability of the government to listen to the people who were directly affected and to take their concerns to heart.
Everywhere you see grass growing, those people still own that land.
Amnesty International has worked for 5 years for human rights for those harmed and displaced during Hurricanes Katrina and Rita. How's it going?
Welcome to
Thank you. Thank you.
Working
in partnership with local organizations, Amnesty International is advocating for the right to return to affordable, safe housing and for a more effective, comprehensive disaster response plan. You can tell when you meet people that really care, you know?
That's what we need out here in our community.
There was no adequate planning for the kind of disaster that happened when Katrina and Rita hit. We cannot afford to wait for disaster after disaster after disaster before we have a plan.
After Katrina, everybody was not able to get what they needed to come back.
Nearly 5 years after the devastation that was caused by Hurricanes Katrina and Rita, the people of the Gulf Coast remain devastated themselves.
If the city isn't going to provide even the basic infrastructure, who's going to come back?
Now we face a new disaster, and that's the spill of oil into the Gulf. And Amnesty International is deeply concerned that once again the government may fail in its human rights responsibilities to meet the needs of the people of the Gulf Coast.
There's all that money sitting there that was allocated to this area, the Ninth Ward, Lower Ninth Ward, that was promised and it went somewhere else. It's not just sitting there, they said it was diverted.
People are the key to the recovery of the Gulf Coast. It's the people and their rights that have to be met if you really want the region to prosper. The government has promised that they will put together a new plan for how to respond to natural disasters. And yet, 5 years again after Katrina and Rita, we still don't have the plan. So Amnesty International is calling on the government to please have that plan in place. The people of the Gulf Coast must be at the heart of solving the problems caused by the oil spill. We're calling on the government to please make sure that the human rights of the people of the Gulf Coast are respected and fulfilled through the plans that the government is making.
Help Amnesty shine a light on humanity. We all have rights as humans. Protect those rights by supporting Amnesty International. Go online to see what you can do. Together,